Howdy, truth seekers. Welcome back. Zach here. It's January 21st, 2017. Last evening, January 20th, a popular YouTube channel that focuses on the flat earth made a video attacking me. And they did what many other channels have done. They slandered me with only lies and mistruths. And for going on 2 years, I've had popular YouTube channels make videos about me, lying about me, attacking me because I do not support the flat earth psychological operations, the targeted distraction to discredit and divide the truth community. The flat earth came on like a storm out of nowhere. It captivated the minds of many, and ever since then, it's had people fighting over what amounts to nonsense. We are living at a crucial moment right now where world governments are lying to their people about a boogeyman that does not exist, taking us in the direction of world war. Those of us who are awake should be uniting over stopping what is going on this earth right now. The needless wars, the needless lies, the needless fear-mongering. Where in this reality does a debate fit in about the shape of the earth? And for so many people who've been captivated by this debate, been taken by it, they've made it their one issue, and they've stopped listening to people who don't say the earth is flat. You know, and the whole time that I've maintained my position, I've done nothing to help out my popularity. There's a lot of people in this community that have been taken by this very purposeful psychological operations. And I'm not going to sell out because I have integrity. I'm trying to help those of you who have been taken by this obvious lie. And if you don't think that the flat earth is an obvious lie, pay attention. I'm going to show you with definitive proof for all that the flat earth is a psychological operations. And before I get to that, I want to plug this real quick. allfortruth.com. This is the social media website for truth seekers. And if you're into the flat earth, you're still a truth seeker. You're looking for the answers. This website, it has a forum. It has all the functionality of Facebook. It is the place to discuss all things truth related. And today, January 21st, 2017, new feature launched, the Debate Forum. It's a forum designed to have debates, to organize people's arguments for which side of the debate they're on. The rule here is keep it polite, keep it respectful, agree to disagree, and just present your best knowledge to make your case. Everything on All for Truth, this community, all topics are open to discussion, but the main thing is people in this community work together. Recognize that they're arm in arm. This is about linking up, working together, taking the world back, sharing knowledge, and coming to truth. And I feel that if enough people talk about this flat earth debate, they're going to realize the earth is not flat. Okay, now I'm going to address the person who made this video, who refers to me as a coward, which is comical because for the last 2 weeks on my radio show, I've promoted the show. My critics are more than welcome to call in. My critics, flat earth supporters, you have the floor. You will get to speak. You will get to let your voice be heard. I will not attack you. I will listen to your point of view. For 2 weeks, people have called in the last 2 weeks of the show. It's every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. This next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, same thing, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 3-hour show. I'm going to open the floor again, and this channel that made this video calling me a coward, I hope they call in and we can talk about this, on the radio show for all to hear. So anyhow, this man, ODD Reality, made this video. We're going to watch a little bit of this video real quick. I want you to see how he slanders me to try to discredit me. I mean, look, if you have a solid argument, you should not need to lie to make your argument while calling me a liar. So let's just watch this and understand the reason I do not subscribe to the flat earth at all is because I recognize that almost everyone promoting it is dishonest in their goings, such as this person right here. And I'll remind you, this channel, ODD Reality, this is who just participated with Richie from Boston in Nicholson 1968 in the scam to dupe their audiences into donating to a false campaign. If you missed that whole scenario, Richie from Boston pretend that his computer caught on fire in the live stream. Very fake, very dishonest, very mocking. ODD Reality, Nicholson 1968, Richie from Boston all worked together to raise money from the stunt. Anyhow, let's watch and listen to what this person says.
Now, this brings me to the division that Flat Earth has caused among the so-called truth community. A lot of people that suffer heavily from cognitive dissonance say that the Flat Earth information is a Psy-op, and it only serves to divide us and discredit those of us that see the information as correct. But this is not true. It's only an excuse for cowards that are scared of the information for one reason or another. Some people don't want to accept the Flat Earth because of the implications of a creator. Some people can't accept it because of the mental conditioning coming from schools and television that they have been dealing with their whole life. Whatever the reason, I can understand up to a certain extent, but if you have really dove into the Flat Earth info, and I mean really dove into it, like you let go of your preconceived notions of what the Earth is and you examined it unbiasedly, there's no way that you would come back thinking that the Earth is a spinning ball.
So let's just stop. You know, he's saying the only way you can't subscribe to the flat earth is if you're a coward or you suffer from cognitive dissonance, because there's all this information that definitively proves flat earth is the truth. And meanwhile, he's showing one of the only flat earth models of how the sun and moon would orbit. But the problem with this model is, based on this model, there could never be a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, things that we know that happen in this world. And because of science, which is thousands of years in the making and studying from worldwide from many different minds, they figured out what the pattern is of the orbits, and we have models that predict solar and lunar eclipses long before they happen. And they're true to form. So what the flat earth community does is it doesn't look at a lot of the obvious things and throws out scientific fact. Yes, we live in a world full of lies and deceit and misinfo, and there's all sorts of statistics about this world that we're told that are not true. But just because we're lied, we can't say that the earth is flat. And this argument is such a straw man, saying that the flat earthers are more spiritual, more closer to God. Who's to say God couldn't create a spherical earth that orbits? God can create whatever God wants. You know, the flat earth tries to make everything seem that it's so simple. This world is complicated. We as human beings are complicated. We're miracles. Look at all the miracles happening inside of us that don't really make any sense. When you start to listen to flat earthers, let me mute this real quick, sorry. When you start to listen to flat earthers, you start to hear them say things like, you know, where I stand from, I can only see a flat horizon. I can't see any curvature at all. It's a perspective that doesn't realize how small we are in regards to the earth. We can only see so far, you know? But even with what we can see, if you pay attention to the way the sun moves through the sky and the way it sets or rises beyond the horizon, you know, that in itself, it should just show you that it couldn't be that way on a flat earth. On a flat earth, the sun would disappear into a tiny dot in the distance, not come down looking the same shape it is when it's overhead. Sometimes it even looks larger, you know, depending on what the atmosphere is, how much pollution, you know, the different variables that happen. The flat earth community, what they have based their arguments on are videos from YouTube that show strange phenomenon that are captured in rare parts of the world, like up near Alaska, where for part of the year it's all day, another part of the year it's all night. And when you really think about it, these things show that, you know, this is a complicated world. We live in a system, seasons, you know. The flat earth community acknowledges that the moon and the sun are spheres orbiting the earth, meaning that they think orbit is possible, spherical shapes are possible, but they want to say it's impossible for the earth, and they want to say it's impossible because water could never stick to the earth. If we are orbiting, you know, when you spin something around, you can create the force and make something stick to it. You know, if we are truly orbiting, as science tells us, and as there's a lot of evidence just from observation, That force can be what pulls everything towards the center of the earth, from us to water. You hear flat earthers say things like, how could a butterfly fly in the sky with this all-powerful gravity? Think about it. The butterfly is built in a way, the structure of its body to allow it to fly, just like a bird. It's made to transcend the forces that hold us down. The flat earth community, I just feel that it's people making arguments that aren't all the way thought out. Such as this. I mean, this is your model for how the sun and moon orbit. How does an eclipse happen on here? How do you predict when the next eclipse will happen with this flat earth model? What is the force that is causing the orbit of the sun and moon? The hand of God? And it's okay if you believe that. Why couldn't the hand of God be causing the earth to orbit in the way that it's essentially scientifically explained to us? I don't see how the flat earth is more exclusive to God than a spherical earth in orbit. Why couldn't God create space and the world as it's somewhat been explained to us? The other thing is why are we even having this debate? All of the stuff that's going on in the world, I don't know how this flat earth debate rates right now. We're arguing about the shape of the house while the house is burning down. So I just want to continue on and let him speak, hear what he recorded in his video, and then I'm going to respond. I mean, why does this person need to lie about me to make his point? Well, why do so many flat earthers need to create disingenuous information to make their points? Eric Dubay uses all of these measurements that are way off, radically off, nowhere near the case to make his arguments. Why is he using false mathematics, false measurements to say that the earth is flat? To say that that's a proof that the earth is flat using very false information. Eric Dubay, thought to be one of the greatest minds in this flat earth community, and he's been using false information to make his points the entire time. So anyway, let's get back to listening to this man. I want you to ask, why are there so many disingenuous flat earth arguments?
You may come to the conclusion that you honestly just don't know, or you may be 100% sure that the earth is indeed flat, but you would never accept the heliocentric model of the universe after genuinely looking into the flat earth for a good amount of time, which leads me to my next point about the division that flat earth has caused, because it has caused division.
So, and just listen to the way he speaks. He's saying he's all in it for the flat earth. It's just totally proven that the earth's flat, even though that there's zero proof at all. In the age of flight and ships, we should be able to document the ice wall surrounding the earth. I think the flat earth community should come together, raise a little bit of coin, and rent a ship and sail the outer ring of the flat earth. They're saying that a flat earth is enclosed in an ice wall all the way around. And if it is, that is provable. You could sail the whole flat earth.
What the flat earth has done is divide the real truth seekers from the run-of-the-mill people that don't know the truth when it slaps them in the face. The flat earthers that I interact with.
This is just how the whole flat earth community is. This is how it's been for 2 years. Look, even if you guys prove that the earth is flat, how's that going to help us? How's that going to help undo the lies that are upon us? The lies that are negatively impacting our lives every day. This earth, if it's flat or spherical, it really doesn't have an impact on the things that are really negative and really hurting all of us, the entire world. The fear-mongering, the wars, the poisoning of the food supply, the poisoning of the air, the destruction of the environment, the cutting down of forests worldwide at record paces. Flat earth, spherical earth. Happening either, these things are happening either way.
Are the most logical, down-to-earth people that I know, and they have amazing sense and excellent intuition. Don't get me wrong, there are people that are imitating flat earthers, and they pretend to be absolutely batshit crazy in order to discredit the flat earth, and there's most likely genuinely crazy people that are flat earthers, or at least they come off as crazy, so it's not good for the flat earth cause. But that's to be expected. There's some very crazy people in this world, flat earthers or not. So
here's a not so crazy question. Show me on the flat earth model how you're going to predict the next lunar or solar eclipse. And let's also come up with what's causing the orbit of these spherical objects above the flat earth.
Anyway, what gets me is people that claim flat earth is a complete psy-op and it's bullshit, like Zachary Hubbard, for instance. The dude hates flat earth so much and thinks it's stupid that we debate the shape of the earth while it's quote unquote on fire.
The flat earth theory, which has been pushed on the truth community for going on 2 years. So look, I just want you to see, he puts up this caption here. Zachary Hubbard, proven liar, and also sucks terribly at predicting the outcome of sports games using gematria. Okay, so where am I a proven liar? What have I ever lied about? There's nowhere that I'm a proven liar. You know, there's a lot of people putting out videos slandering me and making up things and chopping up videos. I haven't lied about anything. I've put out 2,000 videos. I haven't had to take a single one down. You know, all I do are put out facts that everyone can verify. I haven't told a single lie. I've said I could be wrong about things, but where am I a liar? How can you just write on the screen that I'm a proven liar? You know, and watch, he doesn't say how I'm a proven liar. He just writes that up there. So that's just what I mean with the flat earth. I just see disingenuous people that just try to make arguments to fit their belief. The flat earth is very much a religion, a belief-based system with no evidence. None. But people calling it 100% fact, a belief-based system. I said it 2 years ago. Flat earth is the newest religion. And I said it's not a good one. It's just tearing apart people who were previously united in exposing things such as 9/11. When I first came here, there were a bunch of people who were helping me out with the 9/11 research. They all went off to the flat earth. And I just think, oh my goodness. You think you're going to wake up the masses with the flat earth instead of showing them the lies that are really negatively impacting all of us? So then he writes, and also sucks terribly at predicting the outcome of sports. So, I mean, just think about that. Think about how foolish you have to be to write that. I mean, does this person have any idea what I've shown in just 2 years' time? I have more correct predictions about professional and collegiate sports than any man in the history of the world. And it's not just that. I have very specific predictions for when the games would be won, you know, who would be the MVP, what kind of tributes would be in the game. I've shown how deaths are connected to sports, predicting deaths correctly from Muhammad Ali to Prince. So to say that I suck at predicting sports, you know, that's one of the least important things that I do in terms of what I dedicate time to. But what I have shown, it's undeniable. And to say that I suck, I mean, what is that based in? If you look at anyone's track record of making future predictions for sports, I don't think you can find anything that even comes anywhere near. I mean, I called the Triple Crown way before it happened, a year before it happened. I called the Cubs World Series this past spring training. I said why it would be won in Game 7 and why Miguel Montero would likely have the winning hit. Miguel Montero had the winning RBI. Game 7, Cubs won it. I said why the Cavs would win the NBA Finals before the season began over the Warriors. I said why it would be in Game 7 on King James's birthday. Happened. By all the numbers I talked about all season. Go back and watch my NBA Finals. I talked about how important 41 was in an upcoming game. LeBron scored 41. For the next game, I showed why 41 also connected. LeBron scored 41 again. The word king equals 41. The number 41 is the 13th prime, LeBron's 13th season. You know, I did that for baseball, basketball, the last Super Bowl. Early in the season, I said why the Broncos would win the Super Bowl. I said why they'd win it over the Panthers. I said why Von Miller would be the MVP, why there'd be a Black Panther tribute. I showed how it was all synced up with the race war propaganda in the media. I mean, that's just last year. The year before that, I called the Mets in the World Series in spring training, called what the NBA Finals would be that year too, plus a million other things. College championships, sports championships, triple crowns, celebrity deaths. Unprecedented. So how in the world could anybody write this? I'm doing something that's never been done before in the world. And I've said all along, it's not a perfect system. You can make mistakes. And, you know, he makes fun of my Super Bowl pick. You know, in 2015, my first hunch at this upcoming Super Bowl was Colts and Packers because of the death of Lindy Infante, LI initials. He died before the Thursday night game in Houston that's hosting Super Bowl LI upcoming. He had the most success with the Packers. Packers might very well end up in the Super Bowl. So anyway, my knowledge, it's on point. Anyone who studies my work can use my knowledge every week to do the same things I do. So I want to ask you, how does somebody write this? Zachary K. Hubbard, proven liar, which is completely false, and also sucks terribly at predicting the outcome of sports games using gematria, which is an opinion, but an idiotic opinion, truly. Truly idiotic. I could hold up my resume, my record against anyone in the world. You know, I could hold up my resume against Nostradamus and ask why people know Nostradamus' name but not mine. Nostradamus doesn't have shit on what I've shown here in a short period of time on this channel. There's probably over 1,000 correct predictions on this channel. Sports, celebrity death, and more. Let's just continue listening to this guy. This is a flat earther. This is why I don't really respect the flat earth community. I see disingenuous people, people who aren't that intelligent, people who fall for con men. You know, I respect Jeranism, but Jeranism tried to call into my radio show and he didn't look too good either. He was trying to say I was spelling words wrong in gematria when it was all correct. That's not good. You're going to call and try to debate somebody, you better have the facts straight. It's not hard to debate against flat earth because there's no proof for it. And I don't know why anyone would waste their time, you know, getting sucked in to this topic that there's no evidence for. Is a psychological operations that has 3 purposes. To distract us from things that are important. For example, we live on Earth. It doesn't matter what shape Earth is on fire. And for all of you who've made it your priority to argue what shape the Earth is while the Earth is on fire, just think about what you're doing.
Why are we debating the Earth while the Earth is on fire, he says. Yet he has no problem making videos about what he eats for breakfast.
Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. A lot of people ask me, what do I eat for breakfast?
So he goes on to attack that I made this video about what I eat for breakfast, and then he puts up this graphic. I bet no one has ever asked you what you eat for breakfast. Well, I would bet and win that you didn't even read the comments to that video, because a lot of people asked me to make a video for lunch and dinner. And yes, a lot of people have asked me what I made for breakfast, because just days earlier I put out a lot of information on food and nutrition. And you know, I made a 1-minute video that didn't take any time to make. It required me to hold my phone and just talk while I poured the hot water in my breakfast. Simple thing to do, takes no time at all. Upload on the phone while I'm eating, you know? And why did I do that? Because nutrition's important, you know? I'm trying to put out information that benefits people, that gives them a real benefit. The flat earth, if we really live on a flat earth, it is important to know that. But I don't think that's the case. But the thing is, what you put in your body every day, that's important. What you eat is what you eat. And, you know, I've always educated about nutrition since the beginning of my channel. This guy, look at the way he's trying to take me on for going after the flat earth. He doesn't really have anything he can do, so he has to lie about me being a liar. And then he has to say that I'm bad at something where, is it like, am I really bad at that? I mean, I brought something into the world that nobody had ever seen before. And I've shown a lot and proven a lot. And I show every week how these games are scripted. I mean, hey, buddy, do you know that I've been teaching for 2 years that almost every Hail Mary in the history of the NFL is connected to 42? And then just last week, or 2 weeks ago, an article comes out about Roger Staubach's 42-year anniversary of his Hail Mary. Then Aaron Rodgers throws a 42-yard Hail Mary on 4th and 2 that the Giants don't even try to defend. Anyway, it's not really important. I'm just reminding you. Trying to attack me, it's only going to make you look like a moron. And honestly, saying that the earth is flat in the public, it's only going to make you look like a moron, even if you are right. And the thing about that is, look, you're not going to be able to prove to anyone that the earth is flat based on anything ODD reality or anyone else on YouTube are showing you. You might take Eric Dubay's information to somebody and you're going to look like a moron because Eric Dubay's used nothing but false measurements to prove that the earth is flat, which means he hasn't proven anything. He's probably, if you look at it with an open mind and see that he had to forge the numbers to make his argument, he really proved that the earth is spherical, you know, which the evidence shows. And the other clear evidence that flat earth is a psy-op is this right here. He just posted this video today, January 20th, 2017. It says it has 10,000, or yesterday. It says it has 10,929 views, 1,373 thumbs up, 104 thumbs down. That's a lot of thumbs up. and not that many thumbs down. In the history of videos, I have over 2,000 videos. I've never gotten anywhere near that many thumbs up for a single video. And I've never lied or slandered anybody in a video. I mean, his videos lying and slandering about me, people like it. People like being told that the earth is flat and that means that they're closer to God. I mean, this is a whole belief-based community. Bunch of beliefs on nonsense. Here, let me let him finish speaking his piece about me, and then I'll show you how my video is treated by YouTube. YouTube lets his video get views, likes, thumbs down. Notice this. His video has 881 comments. Here's my video where I dropped a lot of knowledge about NASA by the numbers, and I said, you know, just because NASA lies, that doesn't mean the earth is flat, because so many flat earthers, they say, the earth is flat because NASA lies, which doesn't really make sense. But anyway, here's my video. It says 5,446 views, 162 thumbs up, 255 thumbs down. And I watched after I made this video how clumps of thumbs up would disappear and then big groups of thumbs down would come. So YouTube was actively taking away thumbs up and adding to the thumbs down. Notice my video has 993 comments. That's a lot of comments for this few views. Like his video has twice as many views, less comments, way more likes, way less dislikes. And if you go all across YouTube, every video made supporting the flat earth has a lot of likes, has solid views in relation to the size of the channel. Meanwhile, videos going against flat earth, it's all the same. More thumbs down than thumbs up, low views. YouTube is controlling all this. YouTube puts out their trolls to attack the videos, you know? YouTube supports the flat earth Psy-op. YouTube does not support truth channels. Those are facts. Think about that. Why would YouTube support the flat earth Psy-op videos but attack videos that show why the earth probably isn't flat? Think about it. It is proof. I know you can't convince a believer of anything, but for all of you who know how YouTube works, YouTube is very much against the truth community, except the flat earth Psy-op. And also, they like the Mandela effect stuff too. So anyway, let's let him finish up here, and then I have a few more notes.
I'm a routine guy. I eat the same thing almost every single day, and this is just how I make it. I normally have oatmeal and tea for breakfast. I don't use instant oats, I use regular oats, but I make it just like this. I just pour hot water straight from the teapot.
So he writes, if the earth is on fire, why would you waste time telling us what you eat for breakfast? Well, man, I don't waste a lot of time, and like I said, it didn't take me any time to make that video. You know, turn on your camera, click record, talk a few seconds while you pour the water. Didn't take 30 extra seconds out of my day. You know? How much time did you spend uploading my video, including it in your video, which is all based on nothing? You claiming your beliefs are fact. So anyway, let me show you something about this guy, ODD Reality, and his channel. He has 33,000 subscribers, and his channel is growing rapidly. When he participated in the scam, when he participated in the scam with Richie from Boston, you know, pretending that the computer caught on fire, his channel only had like 20-some thousand subscribers. I think this guy's grown by 10,000 subscribers in about a month. And I didn't say anything about this guy. I left his name out of it. I just went after Richie from Boston because he's the chief scammer. But this guy was a part of it. And now here he is coming with this slanderous video. His videos. I wanted to see how long this guy's been around for to get his 33,000 subscribers. You know, it took me 2 years to get that many subscribers. His oldest video goes back 6 months. So YouTube has let this guy's channel, in the time he's been making videos, they've let it grow to 33,000 in 6 months. You know, YouTube, the whole time that I've been here, has mass unsubscribed people at once, kept it so people couldn't subscribe. To this day, there's still tons of people who follow me who say that YouTube's never let them subscribe to my channel. YouTube's done everything to keep my stats down, you know? Why would YouTube keep my stats down but allow a channel like this to grow rapidly? And in terms of the videos he has, it looks like he has about 50, 60 videos. So he doesn't even have that many videos. He's earned his subscribers by making not that many videos. You know, for over 2 years to get my channel to what it is, I have had to work my ass off, you know, making... And the reason I've worked so hard is to show people that this knowledge is undeniable. How can I show you this? Oh, there, videos, 1958 at the top. That's how many videos I got. 1,958 videos. So I've had to work all this time to get 38,000 and some subscribers. Nearly 2,000 videos made. And I've done it all to prove to people how worthwhile this knowledge is, how it allows you to see through the lies every single day. And, you know, by the way, since I made that blueberry video, look at this. These are all of my new videos. Covered a lot of things here. Ritual sacrifice, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the scripted election, you know, the Maxine Waters RT News, death of the author of The Exorcist. One thing I forgot to mention in that Exorcist video, his book came out in 71, the word Catholic 71, you know, exorcism, Catholic Church. 71. Anyway, I've made a lot of videos since I made that blueberry video. You know, this guy wants to attack me for a video I put out. Brother, in like the last 2 weeks, I've put out as many videos as you've put out in 6 months. And, you know, in truth, each of my videos has real knowledge, real truth, real skills to empower people. What you're putting out with the flat earth, it doesn't really do anything. Doesn't really help anything. You're participating in a Psy-op, a distraction, a needless debate. So look, earlier in that video, if you watch his whole video, and I'll link it in the description, he talks about this as being proof that the earth is flat, that we use for our international map a false map, which is true. But even those of us who came up in the public school system, they even told us, if we were paying attention, that the map that we look at on the wall, it's not accurate. All throughout my years in school, I learned that this map was disproportionate. I had several teachers point this out. Look at how big North America, South America looks. Look at how big Greenland looks. Greenland is really small. It's not big like this at all. Notice how Africa looks smaller than North America. You know? This is the way maps are on classrooms all throughout this nation and have been for decades. But in truth, look at this. This is North America, all of North America. This right here is Greenland, this green overlay. Look at how this fits onto Africa. On this map, they make Africa look a lot smaller. I mean, look at all this landmass. You're looking at all of this. All of that fits inside Africa. You see this? So ODD reality is saying the fact that this map is not proportionate is further proof that the earth is flat. Where I'm saying, how does that prove the earth is flat? That just proves that they give us this disproportionate map, and there could be a lot of reasons that's done. A lot of people are aware that there is a worldwide agenda to hold down certain races, including the black race, the continent of Africa. The most discredited thing on this entire map is the size of Africa, the predominantly black nation, the nation that would be entirely black if it wasn't for European colonization. I would lean towards Africa being minimized, having more to do with racism and trying to diminish the truth about black history, the truth about ancient civilizations. I would credit that Africa being shrunk on this map be more a part of that than evidence that the earth is flat. So on this same topic, this is the map that the Flat Earth community uses. It's the same map that's under the United Nations logo. If you do notice, the proportions of the continents are accurate on here. You see how North America fits well within Africa? You could take this whole chunk and it fits all right on here. You see? So the Flat Earth map, it is more accurate in that regard, that the continents are more true to form. But again, a lot of flat earthers are saying, why do you think the United Nations uses this map? It's because it's obviously the real map. How else are you going to show all the nations of the world without showing them on a two-dimensional drawing, such as this? Isn't that just as likely of a reason, or an even more likely reason? Here's the United Nations logo. It uses the exact same map. Have you ever noticed that the United Nations logo is broken into 8 quadrants? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each quadrant, 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it's broken into 32 pieces plus a middle piece, the 33rd piece. 33 pieces over the United Nations logo, which uses the flat earth map, as the flat earth community calls it. Real quick point about 33 and the United Nations. The United Nations once created the Zionist Nation of Israel on the 333rd day of the year with a 33-member vote. That was November 29th, 1947. Israel, Zionism, part of Freemasonry. Freemasonry, one of their mottos, divide and conquer. This flat earth Psy-op, sent to divide the truth community, as it has. Somebody else made a video about me saying that, I'm duped by not believing in the flat earth, and I'm also a fool duped by climate change because I made the analogy that the house is on fire and people are arguing about the shape. They thought I was saying that climate change is a real issue by saying the house is on fire. And really what I was talking to was things like this: the lies of September 11th when I said the house is on fire, the needless wars, the police state. But real quick, a lesson about climate change and the United Nations and 33. Climate change is CC, right? C is the third letter, CC 33. And the climate change debate is focused on CO2. COO, right? O is the 15th letter. So O plus O, 15 plus 15 is 30, plus C is 3 more, 33. C plus O, 33. A climate change debate, CO2. And then what's the United Nations solution? Carbon credits, another CC. Turning this into another money-making venture. You guys, we live in a world that's being destroyed. It's being polluted. There's a garbage island in the middle of the Pacific. No matter what shape the earth is, we're tearing down the forest. We're adding more and more chemicals to the air, to the water. The water is full of estrogen in the United States because of all the birth control. There's a reason more and more men are becoming feminine, and it has a lot to do with how much estrogen is in the water. There's all these things going on in the world. There's all this knowledge to share. Tell me, what's more important for your life tomorrow? What food you're putting in your body, what air, what water, or what shape the earth is that contains this air, water, food? The whole climate change thing is a distraction too. The truth is, when you boost CO2, it's great for plant life. It makes plants grow bigger. It makes plants produce more oxygen. It's an offset. So yes, the climate change debate is playing on a real narrative, which is the destruction of the world, but it's distracting people with something that isn't the issue. That doesn't mean don't pay attention to the fact that the earth's being destroyed. Don't pay attention to the fact that we're being lied to, All of us who are awake, we need to recognize what's upon us. We need to prioritize. We need to take this world back. I don't know where anyone could argue that the flat earth rates anywhere near above exposing the lies of 9/11, the needless wars, the needless tyranny, the needless spy state, the ongoing fear-mongering. I don't understand how the flat earth debate even registers anywhere in the things I'm talking about. Here we are. It's a warning right now. Donald Trump, reality TV star, is the president. I saw in the end of 2013, we were entering into a really bad time. Things were getting worse. I decided to quit my regular job, make more time, start speaking out, putting out information, sharing knowledge. Did that for a year before the Flat Earth Psy-op came along. And the Flat Earth Psy-op has been one of the worst things to happen to the truth community the entire time I've been here. I would say it's easily the worst thing that's happened. Brought this needless debate that's, played on people's beliefs. Now you have Donald Trump, this stooge being put in, leading an America First, talk about doublespeak, an America First campaign about boosting military spending and fighting an Islamic boogeyman. And look at how many people in the flat earth community support Donald Trump and believe in ISIS, We're We're not talking about the sharpest tools in the shed with the flat earth community. So ODD reality, another lesson for you, buddy. You know, when I make a video, I make it worthwhile, truth-based, knowledge-based, every video, even when I respond to frauds such as yourself. You have this video about the occult meaning of I am. Let me give you some real-world knowledge about I am that you would have included in your video if you were a better researcher, because this is one of the most important facts about I am that anyone can know, and it comes back to September 11th. I am a Masonic motto, an esoteric motto. I is the 9th letter. A is the first letter. A is the first letter. M is the 13th. I am. The date September 11th, in numerology, 9 is 9. In numerology, you break all numbers down to a single digit, except for 11 and 22. They're master numbers, they stay. So 9 is 9, 11 is 11, 2001 is 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 becomes 3. So the date looks like 9113 in numbers. I, 9, A, 1, M, 1, 3, 13. I am, 9113. From the date of the 93 World Trade Center bombing to September 11th, 2001, 3,119 days. 9113, I am, letters to numbers in reverse. The World Trade Centers were funded as a project March 11th, 1961 by David Rockefeller, 311. The World Trade Centers came down on September 11th, 9/11 or 11/9, just like the numbers in this date. March 11th, September 11th, important dates throughout history connected to the world wars and more. September 11th, all about war, police state, the house is on fire. I am was the motto in the event of 9/11, orchestrated by the New World Order, which is a Freemasonic world order. They pride themselves on being the keepers of knowledge, the invisible architects of society. A thing like Flat Earth has people fighting over what they don't know, needlessly. Let's focus on what we do know. 3,119, the number of days, that's also the 444th prime number, 444. Masonic equals 444. Using the alphabetic order, Masonic also sums to 74. The World Trade Center is on the 74th meridian. This channel, ODD Reality, that name in gematria, sums to 113, like mainstream, like dishonest. A lot of these shills out here, paid for disinfo, who I think ODD Reality is, they have the coding on them, you know? I know that this person's dishonest, and this flat earth, it's not really mainstream with the mainstream, but it sure is mainstream with the truth community, you know? It's become the issue. So many people all focused on flat earth. Very interesting how ODD Reality has the coding of dishonest. He made a very dishonest video saying flat earth is the truth, and the only thing he could do to critique what I said was lie about me. Think about it. He couldn't take on any of the arguments I made against flat earth. He could only lie and try to slander me. What does that say, flat earthers? If you are intelligent, you should see what I see already, what I've been seeing for 2 years. Flat earth community, it is a paid for Psy-op. It is led by Shills. There are plenty of people in it who aren't Shills, people who've been duped by it. There's people like Jeranism who I think are honest and intelligent, but, you know, aren't using all of their intelligence to see that they could be using their time doing something a lot more important. So again, next Wednesday, my radio show, 866-37-TRUTH, 866-37-TRUTH. Call in. If you think you can, you know, say why I'm wrong about the flat earth, I'll let you have the floor. ODD Reality, you want to make a video calling me a coward after I gave people the last 2 weeks to reach out to me, doesn't make you look good. I have a feeling if ODD Reality called into my radio show, you know, he'd look a lot like Gary Grinberg and the others who've tried to call in and discredit me, you know. So far, my critics aren't doing very well. No points for the critics so far. Pretty sure ODD Reality calls in with those weak arguments. He's going to get sent home packing too. So until next time, Truth Seeker.